Between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Fields now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I haven't seen Martin trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, but he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I would call it return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he's got it. And he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Now here's Fields on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got his man, it's London. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. He completes it to Hunter.
Fields pass. Complete to number 16.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Eckler across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here. They snap it to Fields. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A shotgun snap. Fields working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 7-7, our score after one. Running on first down, Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Hunter. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. That gain on third down, good for 28. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very.
He's got it at the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are an extra point away.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them, because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for two.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, it's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, "I'll take him, I'll fix him." The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, "He's yours from now on." Someone has to take responsibility and work with it and try and get him settled.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 and spotted at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Fields.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 44, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Allen. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. To the air, Allen. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Charger drive about to get going. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On second and 2, they're complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Fields.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. It's Eckler again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now Fields.
And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Allen. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now, oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Eckler, they run left side, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A play fake, now Fields to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. Cooper will come in motion right. A give. Eckler running to the right. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Throw left side. There's London. Touchdown! Drake London from 4 yards out. And the Chargers might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Vikings 23.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Play action. Now it's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to...
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
No gain on the play there, second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Fields now to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the option, here's Eckler.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On the give, this is Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partners are for. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Chargers. It took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup